else. And so how that does hinder them from stewarding their own emotional health because they're carrying some other people's weight. And so I have to help them to unpack that and drop off some stuff or give it to the people that it belongs to. Another thing that hinders us from stewarding our mental health is not making the right deposits. Can I just park there for a second? What deposits are you making into your emotional health? If I don't make deposits in the bank, let's say I want to save towards which I am saving towards a home, my home deposit. That is one of my things that I desire. I'm working towards debt freedom and I'm almost there, right? But let's say I want to save towards this item or this thing. If I just say out loud, oh, I want to have $1,000 next month, but if I don't make deposits, I'm not going to be able to make a withdrawal of that $1,000. And so, same thing with our mind. What deposits are you making? A lot of us are we are walking in life and we are so depleted. People are pulling on us from every direction. They're withdrawing from us. They're taking, but we're not making deposits. So we are completely in the red. We are emotionally depleted. We have nothing else to give, but still trying to give. What are you giving out of? And so if we don't make deposits, when I say deposits, what are you listening to? Who are you listening to? Who are you spending the most time with? What are you focusing on? How are you stewarding your emotional health? How are you being intentional about the deposits that you're making in your emotional health? That is a huge part of stewardship. Now, if you're a believer, let me explain what stewardship looks like. Stewardship looks like guarding our minds, guarding our thoughts, putting on the whole armor, making sure that we're focusing on things that are true, things that are just, things that are honest, things that are pure, things that are lovely, things that are of good report, things that are of praise and virtue. Okay? Another thing that gets in the way of stewarding our mental health is unforgiveness and resentment. I've talked about that in the previous episode, even when it comes to what prevents our spiritual wellness. But honestly, that is something that prevents us from stewarding our emotional health. If we're walking around being resentful or having unforgiveness in our heart, and we have a grudge against other people and we're digging ditches, when I say digging ditches, if you're walking around gossiping about somebody else because you're so angry, you don't like them, you don't even love them, you hate them, you have such unforgiveness in your heart about this person, you can't stand them, you can't even stand them to be successful. Every time you read their page, you're like, ugh, why she gotta have a man like that? Why he looking like that? Why he got a business? I mean, why he doing this? Why is she doing that? Like, you are not stewarding your emotional wellness. How do you expect to be emotionally well? How do you expect to sleep at night? How do you expect for things to go well with you when you are so negative? You're so negative all the time. It's never a good day for you. It's never a good morning. Somebody say good morning, you like, what's good about it? Like, you so angry. That is not stewarding your emotional wellness. And can I just say one more thing? Comparison is another thing that prevents you from stewarding your mental health. Feel free to go back on one of my episodes. I talked about comparison as a trap. When you're comparing yourself with people, let me just tell you something. Every time that you go towards trying to compare yourself, you will never find fairness. You will always find things that are unfair and unjust. So you don't believe me? Start comparing yourself. You're going to find something that's not right. You're going to find that they're shorter than you. They're taller than you. They're cuter than you. You're going to find why he got a wife like that. I mean, I'm the one. I mean, I'm doing this. Why they seem like they're getting blessed? I mean, I'm trying to live for God, read my Bible, pray and fast 24, all doing all these things. And they ain't even living right. And they getting